every month, Andrew, we do a content analysis report where we look at all the different content shared across our network. And we've seen a couple months ago, actually, the top trending topic was resource optimization, looking at cost management, performance tuning, scale to zero solutions. In your experience, what have you found to be, topics that get the highest amount of response from people in the community? Obviously, everybody wants to save costs. Everyone wants to optimize. But when it comes to specific topics or things that people are having, difficulties with, challenges with, what do you see the response from the community when it comes to that?
Well, so I'll rewind a bit. Like in the cloud world, spend has always been, and resource optimization was always the biggest problem. And to this day, there's challenges in getting it fixed. You can say, oh, we're wasting you're spending twice as much, but to get people to actually change their cloud instances is a bit of a heavy lift because there's a lot going on there. There's configured storage. There's all these things that you want to make sure you get right if you change it. And in Kubernetes world, we find it's much more streamlined as far as fixing it because it's basically requests and limits, and nobody's emotionally attached to the request or limit. As long as they understand why it's being set to what it is. And so the biggest thing we see on that front is by far automation of that. And we've been doing a lot of work of automation, and it's being adopted pretty quickly because I think people want to understand why you're saying that settings should be what they are, and then if they agree with it, just do it. I don't need a PhD in analytics to let it do it. Just turn the machine on and do it. So we're seeing a lot, which is great. We're seeing a lot of that happening where you can actually flip the switch and automate, and then things just start getting better. And it's we have this visualization in our product where you can visually see if things are too big or too small or just right, and you can visually see things getting better, almost dynamically in the environment when you turn on automation. So that's the biggest thing. I think the waste, and of course now I mentioned risk as well. If I have things hitting their memory limits or CPU limits or things are undersized, automating that is the key as well. You don't want to